Welcome to the Kearsage Chronicle. I'm your host, Lynn Solomon. This is our final week coming to you from this gorgeous boutique on Main Street, Larks and Nightingales. On today's show, we'll meet another local small business owner, Chris Miner of Morgan Hill Bookstore. The Girl Scout Silver Medal has been awarded, and we'll check in with them on this special ceremony. Home Care Matters has a new medical update for us from the Journal of American Medicine. Elizabeth introduces us to Heather Prebish of Groups Recover Together. And Jan Soller with the Lake Sunapee Region VNA and Hospice will discuss their Good Day Respite program. Don't go away, you won't want to miss this week's edition of the Kearsage Chronicle. And now for some information from our Girl Scouts and their recent Silver Medal Award.
Now, be wary of your plastic use because it never goes away.
We are Girl Scout Troop 10121 in Warner, New Hampshire.
I first got involved in Girl Scouts because one of my best friends, Livy, her mom runs the troop. She moved here and I never did Girl Scouts before, and this was in 6th grade. And last year in 7th I started and I really, really loved it. And my dad asked me if I wanted to continue doing it, so I did. And I've just loved it ever since then.
So the ranks of the Girl Scouts, as you get older, you go from Daisy to Brownie to Junior to Cadet to Senior to Ambassador. And as you go on, there are certain awards you can earn: the bronze, the silver, and the gold. The bronze is the 3rd ranking award in the Girl Scouts that you can earn, and it's a troop earned award. All of them are community service based, and the silver award is the 2nd highest ranking award which we earned, which is generally a team earned award, but since our troop only consists of 4 girls, we decided to do it as a troop earned award. And finally, the Gold Award is the highest ranking Girl Scout award you can earn. It's really similar to the Eagle Scout for Boy Scouts.
So for our project, we did Refill Not Landfill, and it was about the harmful effects of plastic on our earth and how we can prevent using it in our everyday use. For our project, we had to do 50 hours on it, and we got that. And for our presentation, we went to each different grade in our school, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and presented it in front of that grade. We also installed a water bottle refilling station in the gym foyer for them to use.
If you want to join Girl Scouts, I encourage you to. It's one of the best choices I've ever made. We get to go on so many fun trips, you learn so many new things, and you just get to learn so much from it that you wouldn't learn in school sitting at a desk for all day.
If you'd like to join the Girl Scouts, contact the Girl Scouts of the Green and White Mountains.
As always, the Scouts are providing great experiences for our young people. Now, Home Care Matters has another update from JAMA and the Lake Sunapee Region VNA and Hospice.
Home Care Matters is presented by the Lake Sunapee Region VNA and Hospice.
Today on Home Care Matters, the JAMA report looks at the mind-body therapies resulting in greater improvement of chronic low back pain. I'm Jim Culhane. Lake Sunapee Region VNA and Hospice provides health care and hospice services, allowing continuity of care and helping people to stay in their homes as long as possible.
Most important new understandings of chronic pain and chronic low back pain is that the mind plays a very important part.
Dr. Daniel Churkin from Group Health Research Institute in Seattle and co-authors studied 2 mind-body therapies.
Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, is a therapy that tries to address what are the behaviors that we do because of pain, and what are the behaviors that might actually help to alleviate pain versus help to actually create or keep pain going. How do I gradually get back to those activities that I've given up because of pain?
The other, mindfulness-based stress reduction.
So you're bringing an atmosphere of friendliness and kindness. One of the things that I think mindfulness empowers people to recognize is that everything's always in a state of change. Breathing in, I'm aware I'm feeling this sensation. It's uncomfortable. Breathing out, I meet myself with compassion, friendliness, openness.
342 patients between 20 and 70 years old with back pain that had lasted for at least 3 months participated in 8 weekly 2-hour sessions of either mindfulness or cognitive therapy. A third group received usual care. Outcomes were assessed at 6 months and 1 year.
Cognitive behavioral therapy and mindfulness-based stress reduction led to an increased likelihood of having clinically meaningful improvement in back pain.
The study appears in JAMA, Journal of the American Medical Association.
Benefits in decreased pain and improved function lasted for a full year, which is not common amongst most treatments for chronic pain.
It's something that can add to their toolbox for things that they do in different various times.
I think it empowers people with the skills to make choices and changes that enhance their well-being, reduce their pain, and increase their function.
Catherine Dolph, The JAMA Report.
For more information about the services of Lake Sunapee Region VNA and Hospice, go to our website or give us a call. I'm Jim Culhane. See you next week for another Home Care Matters.
Thanks, Jim. Next, Elizabeth introduces us to Heather Prebish of Groups Recovered Together in Claremont and their quest to end the opioid epidemic. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back. We're here at Larks and Nightingales right on Main Street in New London. And joining me now is one of their neighboring small businesses from Morgan Hill Bookstore, owner Chris Miner. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
We're going to talk a little bit about how small businesses and why they are so important to the community today. But tell us a little bit about your business to start off.
Sure. So we're a local community-based bookstore. And we've now owned the business for 4 years, but the store has been in business for 21 as of July this year.
Nice.
Obviously, saying that it's a bookstore would be an understatement if you thought it was only books these days. You have to carry quite a bit of product line.
Yes.
Because of the diversity of having to have something that's not just commoditized. So there's stationery, which is cards and boxed and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Toys was a big thing to add when we took over the store because families were definitely in need because toy stores have kind of gone away, I think, a little bit more.
Agreed, yes.
Locally. Plus, a lot of people just like the services that we provide with regard to wrapping and having those kind of things because everybody
birthday
seems like
parties.
on that last-minute birthday party, you got it, things like that. So there's any number of additional products when you come in and look around. I think it's, obviously big to see just how much you can squeeze into a couple of thousand square feet.
Yeah.
But I think
you do a nice job. It's a nice shopping experience there. You've got chairs so people can sit down and look through books.
For those that don't love to shop, even like myself, I can go and relax a little bit while the looking around happens. Because I find what I need normally pretty quickly. So.
Okay.
But it's a great little experience.
It's a nice
and I think a lot of
destination.
people, you got it.
Yeah,
a lot of people say that they do really enjoy. Because they go see their friends there. I mean, people meet there and talk there. So, it's a great little spot.
And it's on Main Street, so you can enjoy that Main Street community while you're doing that as well. Yeah. Sure so let's talk about the impact of small businesses and why they're so important to the local community.
Sure. So I did a little bit of research just to have a few stats. One that was actually surprised me is shopping locally kept, I think, out of every $100, $73 stays within the community.
That's a lot. That's 73%.
It's
That's a lot.
Unbelievable. And once you sit down and think about it, you do realize, and I start calculating, wow, I think we may even be more, but we'll kind of get into that. But the other stat was $43 stays locally when you're online shopping and just throwing money into other places that aren't obviously committed to your community.
Right.
And that really hit home because if you think more about the little towns that don't make it, or you start driving through little towns in New Hampshire and wondering where all the little cute shops and boutiques and those things went, you don't ever really go back and think about the economics or the financial side of it or how the community's helped by the dollars, just some of the dollars that are spent. So that's when we went in to look more at the, just even a community's wealth, the standard of living in a community, all of those things are important. Tax revenues, I mean, more money that comes in is more money that then in turn helps the community.